tell us about these circuit boards, because one of the first things that I noticed in particular, being somebody else who makes circuit boards, is that I'm like, huh, she's got like at least 2 colors of solder mask going here. Like 2 colors of solder mask, which, you've kind of created different tones by making parts of it over copper. So like this part that's a little bit lighter, I can tell is over a copper pour. And then this part, which is a little darker, is probably over the bare fiberglass.
Yep, good
And
spoil.
then, yeah. And then definitely like the face is bare fiberglass, which I'm assuming that's where the light shines through, maybe.
Yep.
And
No.
and then, yeah, but you also have blue, and I'm guessing that the white is actually silkscreen.
Yes, that's
Is that-
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, like 2 colors of solder mask, that is not a typical thing. And yeah, can you tell me about how you got board houses to do that for you? And like, did it
Wasn't
cost
easy.
an arm and a leg to do that? Because that's,
Yes.
of course, what I would assume. At least.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So yeah, we wanted to do something that was pretty unique and different and stood out as, something that is obviously, not your standard green, classic boards, which are, to be honest, fairly uninspiring. I feel like, this kind of board really shows the power of having like, diverse thinkers in your design team, to actually make something that is so different from the norm. Yeah. Anyway, to make this, so to wind back a few steps, Elkie came out of a startup weekend competition.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, cool. I pitched the idea of electronics for girls at a startup weekend and, formed a team and met my business partner there. We ended up, pitching on the weekend, and we ended up winning that weekend in the local competition, and we got to move on to the international competition.
Cool.
And so we got to pitch again and travel to Bali to the international finals, which was epic. And, pitch again against teams from like China, Malaysia, Brunei, Japan, all kinds of places, and we ended up winning that one as well. And we thought, wow, maybe this idea has some legs. And through many failed and tried ideas on what we could actually make as a company, we settled on your minimum viable product that we probably should have picked in the first place, which is just a small soldering kit. And so we ended up traveling to Shenzhen. We went to China and visited a circuit board expo to try and get an idea of what was possible and who could do what. And so we had a translator in tow, and we're walking around this huge, expansive, ridiculously large facility with hundreds of, circuit board factory contacts, and we're asking like, each one as we go, like, can you make more colors on circuit board?
Right.
And
more than one.
More than one. 2 colors.
Yes.
Rainbow. Every time the translator would come back and be like, okay, so they've said, why would you want to do that? Circuit board is for function, not for pretty. And circuit board goes in box, goes in enclosure. Why you put nice things on circuit? No one looks at circuit board. Fool. What are you doing here?
What year was this, out of curiosity?
Yeah, this was like August 2019,
which
is a little bit
I would
terrifying.
Yeah, I would have
on the scale of COVID.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that, but like, terrifying for that for sure. But I would have thought that at that point in time, there were definitely more. It was, I don't know, at least I feel like I was seeing more interesting artwork on circuit boards by that point, for sure.
Yeah,
that was a little
badge
more
life
commonplace.
was definitely a thing, and that's definitely what inspired me down this path. Yeah, because I knew it was possible. Like that, there's like a big like badge with a face on it from, I think, Mr. Robot inspired, and that has skin color solder mask on it. So I knew it was possible. I knew they could do weird things.
Yeah. Right.
And I was like, I know you could do it if you tried.
Right.
And, anyway, we managed to find one factory that would actually do it. And when they said yes, we were like, are you sure? Did you just say yes? They're like, yeah, we'll try it. And I was like, do you understand what I meant?
Right. You realize
Often
like
forget.
2 colors.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
the same
And
side.
so,
On the same side too. Like
yeah.
that's another thing I would have expected. Maybe like they would be like, oh, we could do one color on the front and one color on the back or something. But interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, they managed to say yes. And yeah, I just had to specify which sections on the board, like just to their customer rep, should be which color and where.
Yeah.
And it was done.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Nice.
There you go.
And like they did a fantastic job. I mean, these boards look awesome. And yeah, the other thing that I'm really impressed with, and maybe I might switch over to microscope view here to show this, but like I was really impressed with the fact that even the silk screen kind of comes right up to the edge of your exposed copper there. Like there's barely any back off or clearance there. And I feel like most typical board houses will kind of automatically include a little bit of a back off between silk screen and exposed copper areas, kind of as a matter of course, because on a functional circuit board, you don't want the silk screen overlapping an exposed copper area because the assumption is that you're trying to solder to that area, right? So it was cool that they even were very precise with that as well.
I didn't realize that. Maybe they just didn't bother changing it, and I just that way out of ignorance.
Well, it might be too that they saw these and it was kind of obvious as to what your goal was with them, and so since the normal rules didn't apply, like maybe none of the normal rules applied for
Yeah.
these.